This might get weird.
We're live.
We're doing it live.
Yeah. Hey, Grace Helbig.
Sorry, I clapped.
I was like, is there a fly? Hey, Grace Helbig.
Hi, Mamrie Hart.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And hey,
morning.
guys. Welcome to another 30 minutes of us sniffling. Mm-hmm. We are freezing back here where we record the podcast.
We're freezing. I also think I'm a little under the weather because I put my body through the goddamn ringer.
Yeah.
And
well, you came in sniffling.
Yeah.
And
so I'll do my best not to sound like I just did a mountain of Coke before I got here.
Yeah, totally. No, you said it was allergies, and I was like, but you were just in Vegas this weekend, and that air in those hotels, I wouldn't call it air.
There is no air.
There's a lack of air.
There's no air, and I think that contributes to why I feel the way I do today. None of my bad decisions made this feeling happen in me. It was strictly the lack of air in the hotel room.
Well, you get used to it. Like when you first walk into a casino, hotel.
Yeah.
Was it you who said this, or my friend Melissa, that it just smells like a dirty diaper that's been smoking?
Yeah, it really does.
Like you just get hit with, like, if a dirty diaper had googly eyes and a cigar.
If someone mistook a dirty diaper for an ashtray, then that's exactly. Oh, but you'll like this. We stayed at the Luxor.
Oh my God.
I know. It's the Pyramid Hotel, which we stayed in a room that had a diagonal wall.
Shit.
It was so silly. I loved it.
For you guys who don't know this story, a very quick abridged one is back when we were just trying to make that paper any way possible, taking any gigs.
Hustling and bustling and all of it.
Oh my God. I got offered to do co-host a web series that was for what was supposed to be the return of MySpace.
That's what it was for?
It aired on the new and improved MySpace. It was like when Justin Timberlake bought like a big portion of it, remember?
Yeah, and they were trying to make a comeback and everyone was like, we're good. We don't need it.
We don't need it. But they were doing a series that was essentially a smaller version of The Amazing Race, but it was called Race Through the Pyramid.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
And it was, people they found, I guess, off MySpace competing to win then an all-inclusive trip back to Vegas. So you're like, I never want to come here again. But the thing is I had already planned a trip to Ireland before that.
Oh, right.
And I was like, I can't miss out on $1,500 for 5 days of work.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I literally just went straight from Ireland to Vegas, landed, went to the Urban Outfitters in like the Luxor mall that's attached to get costuming and started filming the next morning. I was so tired. The director got me a Rascal scooter because I have
as
pictures.
A gift or to transport you?
I would have worked for a Rascal scooter.
Yeah.
No, because the Luxor is so big and I was so tired and they made me wear high heels. So they got me a Rascal scooter. I'll put a picture on Patreon.
Thank you.
He posts it every year on Facebook when it comes up on a memory. But it was hilarious. And the last night, me and the one duo that was like gay best friends, I went and partied with one of them and overslept.
Well, oh no.
And got like the call from our director. No, to go to the airport. That was like, Mame dog. I was like, what? Cut to last night, me with like 3-foot-long daiquiris and a college student from like Indiana. Yeah.
Just really getting to know each other.
That was my Luxor pyramid.
Wow.
And I'm sure they've done zero
Wonders.
Improvements. Is Carrot Top still there?
Oh, hell yes. He is featured well.
He's been there for so long.
He is still there.
How does that carrot stay fresh? They put him in a little produce bin every night.
Yeah, they just have a giant refrigerator that they just
Carrot Top just walks into.
He is still there going nuts. I really, really was tempted to try and like DM to get some ticket situation figured out.
How thirsty are we when, we're not poor.
No.
And we're DMing for Carrot Top tickets.
But I did DM for some Backstreet Boys tickets.
Okay, did you get hooked up?
Yeah. Well, because we landed, and it was for a friend of a friend's birthday, and I didn't really know her that well, so I didn't want to come in hot and be like, I have connections. Yeah. I was like, I'm going to DM the Backstreet Boys. They follow me on Twitter. I know they're going to see it. And I had this like scandalous conversation with myself about like, do I do this?
So they gave you, what, like 6 tickets?
10.
Shut the fuck up. I'm going to Vegas tomorrow.
But literally, so I DM the Backstreet Boys when I land.
Just imagine telling this to 14-year-old Grace.
Oh, I took a screenshot of when they wrote back and said, like, have a great time. I'm like, the Backstreet Boys are wishing me well on my endeavors to see their show.
Well, you know me. I drank a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle with Kevin in the Mediterranean Sea.
It's so, I know. That's why I was like.
Not going to get into that by my book.
Yeah, it's chronicled in much more detail there.
Holy shit.
So I messaged them, and then they're not getting back to me right away because, you know, they're busy. They have their residency.
Right. And families.
and lives, I guess, as humans. And they also don't run their own Twitter account. So then I started messaging Tess, our PR person, but I, like the first night, also drank my first yard of frozen bullshit at the Luxor.
Ow.
Yeah, but I was like full steam ahead. Somehow it didn't affect me except for today. I feel like
you're doing it
shit.
Vegas right when your drinks are measured by distance.
Yeah, exactly. When I felt like I was just holding a very elongated shake weight for the whole night. But
don't shake it.
I know. I learned.
That is tempting.
I learned. And I messaged Tess, this PR.
Speaking of, she's literally on the coffee cup.
Oh my God.
A picture of her. That's a picture of when we were really, really stoned in Amsterdam. And she had on like a nightgown and a sleep mask and was doing a 40s character. Anyway, so you're talking about someone I needed to point out that she's on the coffee cup.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
And I messaged her at like 1 a.m. because I was like, now's the time to...
And she's not even your PR person.
No,
you don't pay her money.
No. And then she got back to me immediately and was
Wow.
like on the case. But then the next day we went to a buffet, did a Vegas brunch buffet.
Get
like
it, girl.
Full Vegas, like really did it all. I don't need to go back for a very long time. The fact that I've been there twice in 1 month is already extraordinarily overwhelming to me.
My question is, because I know when you guys went to Vegas a few weeks ago, it was
someone else's trip that was already planned, and I did a last minute, like, I had an invite, I'm gonna go, sure.
This trip or the previous one?
Oh, technically both.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how quickly was deciding to go to being on a plane?
The last one, deciding to go to being on a plane, was like within 3 hours.
Wow.
This one was, I think, 24 hours.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it was a group of people, so it was like, we can or can't go. It doesn't matter either way.
Mm-hmm.
But then always the little FOMO starts creeping up in your skin, and you go, what if it's a really, really great time? Also, having this podcast now is more of a like push and the say yes to things, do things.
You know what? I totally agree because, like with my second book, I was traveling all the time and doing these crazy stories specifically to write in the book,
right?
Which was exhausting and insane. But now we have like a smaller version of that.
Yeah. Well, now I feel responsible on a weekly basis to come with something that I've done.
I think this podcast
it's really helping me get out of the house.
Get you out of. I mean, truly, I feel like your 2019 will be different because you report to a podcast about it.
So please don't stop listening, guys, because I'm going to keep going hard in the paint, as they say.
Grace
for
is going to be a skeleton in a beanie by our December episode.
I mean, I told you I made it to Jesus' years in age, and so this
Clock
year's the
out.
year.
Fuck it.
I did it.
You've
did
peaked.
it.
I saw you guys had a party bus.
Yeah. So what happened was this girl whose birthday it was, Sarah, who rules. If you're listening to this podcast, Sarah, you're a fucking awesome person. She had this party bus booked just to like, you can just book them to not go anywhere, just kind of
just
take
cruise the
laps.
strip.
And then, but the Backstreet Boys DM'd me back. They recognized the slide that was had into their DMs.
Oh my God.
And they said,
you straight up like slip and slided backyard alligator alley right into those DMs.
I full on like DIY homemade tarp covered in baby oil, slip and slide
down a hill.
And they were like, let's see what we can do. And then wrote back and we're like, we can accommodate you. Here's this girl's number to meet out front when
I wonder if
you
it's the same girl I met up with in
Nicole. Thank you, Nicole.
Maybe.
For your genuine hospitality. But so we moved, the party bus was supposed to happen at the same time Backstreet Boys was. So what a fucking terrible problem to have, that the party bus and Backstreet Boys are now double booked. So she moved it just till after the show. So the show is amazing.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
They still got it.
Oh, I didn't even know that they had it before. But they still got it, whatever they had.
The older we get too, the more I appreciate how much they still got it.
They sing amazingly. They dance Oh, awesomely.
They still
Because
got it.
we went to Britney Spears in the same place in Planet Hollywood and saw her. And that dancing, is, you know what you're getting into.
It was a broken marionette.
You said it.
I love Britney. Don't come for me, Britney Army.
No.
But damn.
We paid our money to appreciate that whole show. But I was so... One, just fucking pumped that I'm seeing Backstreet Boys. Like you said, my teenage self would be like, I can't believe this is happening. And they're great. It was so fun. And everyone that we were around was like up and dancing, which also like makes it a really great experience. Except there were two older people. I felt so bad. Because one, all of the seats are kind of on an angle.
Right.
So,
You're leaning over people.
Yeah. And I was wearing shoes that were not, made for someone like me who's wildly...
Tall?
And just prone to accidents.
Okay.
And so I literally need these old people in the back of the head like 7 times. I kept having to apologize, but I still wanted to dance and have fun. But then I would just end up needing one of them in the napes of their neck, and then I'd be like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
Do you think they were like what?
I also don't, because they were
fans?
They were like in their 60s. So I'm like, did you think you're coming to Penn and Teller?
Did Planet Hollywood fuck something up and they were like, you know what? To say we're sorry for this terrible experience. I know you found the diaper full of cigarettes earlier. We're going to give you our hottest show ticks.
Yeah, I felt bad because they were trying to stand up and enjoy it, but then you could tell like they were...
It gets tiring.
I woke up the next morning. I was like, did I run a marathon last night? My muscles are sore. And then I was like, oh no, you just danced like a Looney Tune for 2 hours straight.
You danced like Nick Lachey was watching. Nick Carter was watching.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that.
I mean, truly, I danced like... all of 98
Nicks.
Degrees and NSYNC and Backstreet Boys were watching me.
Did I tell you when I went to when I was still in Brooklyn? It was when there was one of those tours that it was Boys to Men, New Kids on the Block, and 98 Degrees.
Oh my God!
And day of, I was like, "There's tickets at the Javits Center for $5. Like, I really want to see."
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck about 98 Degrees. Got a couple girls to go with me. We're like, obviously 98 Degrees are opening. Okay. So let's go get drunk and let's go. We get there. We are sitting through 98 Degrees. We're like, oh man, this is a long one. This is a good. Yeah. And then we're like, boys to men. And then this older couple behind us was like, they played first. We were like, what the fuck? I guess they actually, on those tours, they rotate who opens, but 98 Degrees was after Boys to Motherfucking Men?
Was the headliner? Wow.
Isn't that disgusting?
Confusing. Yeah, but I also love that you guys got corrected by older people behind you.
Yeah, no, they came there specifically, Boys to Men, and they were like, we're out of here.
That's so funny.
Oh, man.
But they also, in their show, Backstreet Boys, they have stunt doubles. So you don't know where they are on. You think they're still on stage
as an illusion, or they're really trying to make you think it's them.
And it's like shadowy, so you can see like the hairstyles are the same, and so you're like, they're dancing. Look, they're doing a weird long choreographed routine with no vocals. Okay, and then all of a sudden they show up behind us in red suits, and I was like,
"You got pranked.
We got pranked." And
they're coming from the back street. You should have known.
I know it was really great,
right there.
But it was also so confusing that you're like, Are these stunt doubles? Was this on purpose, or did you just hire backup dancers that kind of happen to look like each one of you? So it was super fun. Then we got on the party bus after that. So we were fucking riding high on adrenaline. And turns out the party bus is such a silly situation because there's no booze. You have to go. He drops you at a store and you go buy your own booze.
Oh, they don't, because they don't have a liquor license, I guess, right?
They're literally just a vehicle in which you can make your own tiny bar and drive around it.
Oh, I've been on a party bus.
Oh, it was really, really fun. We went to the liquor store and we're like, all of us, like literal children at Toys R Us, were just like running around and grabbing booze. And I was like, we need cups. And then I just hear, I have cups. And I look to my right. It's just the driver has been watching us in the store the whole time.
Oh my gosh. She's like, 30 more seconds, kids.
Yeah, that's basically it. And then everyone took turns on the stripper pole, and it's like a bunch of really sweet, nerdy, wonderful humans on this bus. So I feel like we had a really fucking great time, but it's probably nothing compared to what this man has seen on this party bus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's just seen porn.
Oh, straight up. Had to pretend not to hear that. But yeah, so Vegas was super fun.
That's
and then
amazing.
The next day we flew out yesterday at 7 p.m., which was the wrong choice.
You got to leave Vegas before 2 p.m.
Yeah, because we were just
start drinking again.
Ugh, yeah, that's what happened. We were literally just like Walking Dead zombies going, I guess I'll keep donating my money to this casino in a variety of ways. And then I got to the airport and I spilled an entire glass of water all over my pants before I had to board.
That's how bad your body wanted water.
I know.
Is you picked up a glass and your instincts went, drop it. We need it in our body.
That's how disgusting my scum person was, that the universe was like, this is the only way she'll get clean.
Well, what a time.
It was super fun. Yeah. I had a great time in Vegas, which is, I think, a rare quote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's flip or flop. It's either way.
Yeah. How was your week?
I also saw quite a show this week.
Yeah, tell me about it. Oh, yeah, you went to Kiss.
I went to Kiss.
In San Diego. Mm-hmm. I forgot that's why you guys were going to San Diego. I was like, holy shit, maybe we saw Kiss.
It was Chip's Christmas present.
Right.
I did not slide into Kiss's DMs. Truth be told, I tried and they never responded. On Twitter. I didn't have a hookup. I was just like, hey, Kiss. It's a person under 70. They didn't respond. I don't know who operates their Twitter.
Dang.
But no, so I got us literal fifth row tickets.
Yeah, the seats looked insane.
It was 4 seats right in front, and then like a footpath, and then us, which was great because then no one was in front of us.
Oh, that's
so we didn't have
so
to get
great.
up.
Yeah.
But it was so amazing. It was the first concert Chip ever went to back in the day.
Okay.
And he always said, he was like, that's the best show I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And in your head, you go, yeah, but was that because that was your first concert?
Right.
And you're like holding it to some standard. No, motherfucker. It is fucking nuts.
I heard it's the greatest show.
They descended from the sky.
Perfect.
Like, first of all, they're
too old to be doing that now.
Well, I will say, like, doing the trick, being like, we're going to paint our faces.
Yeah.
While so annoying because painting your face is the fucking worst.
Yeah.
You can't tell what age they are.
Really?
Like they are old as fuck.
Yeah.
And you can tell when, like, from some of their arms or like a slip of the tummy. But just like a whisper of navel.
Yeah, you see a couple, what are those spots called?
Oh, yeah, liver spots?
Yeah, that haven't been touched up with some makeup.
Thing is we weren't shit-faced, though, because we had a drink before we went, and then we got there and realized it was only beer and wine.
Oh,
I know. We were like,
bummer.
we're going to get crazy tonight. It was only beer and wine, so we just had like a couple glasses of wine, but the show was, so I didn't wake up hungover, but the show was so awesome that you felt fucked up.
Yeah.
And so we're surrounded by, Kiss maniacs, or the Kiss army. I think everyone has an army now, apparently.
Yeah.
Every musician
BTS has
has
an army.
militarized.
Yeah.
But so around it, and we're sitting beside, we get there, we get in our seats, and there's a man beside me that's just like quintessential dad. He's, like dad jeans, like tucked in black shirt. He's got kind of a interesting mullet. He's got a mustache, and he's just standing there, arms crossed, looking at the stage that has a full curtain in front of it. You know when you have like a parent and they're just like, Dad, why are you standing?
Yeah.
Like what are you like chaperoning right now?
What are you ready to be disappointed about?
What's happening? So the show starts, everyone's on their feet, everyone's going fucking nuts, and we're just having a good time, and we're going back and forth trying to get wines, and it's all good. And then I'm just pulling up my any notes. So we're having a good time, and this man, I realize, is by himself.
Oh.
And so at one point, Chip goes to get us a glass of wine, and I just go ahead and tap him on the shoulder, and I go, how many times have you seen Kiss?
Yeah.
And he goes, this is my 15th time. And I was like, that's amazing. And then about, 2 minutes later, he reaches in his pocket, and this is how you know that it's a Kiss concert and not like a Lollapalooza. It's normally you'd be like, do you want to hit this, a bowl? He was like, do you want this? A pack of icebreakers. Mints. But Grace, when I say that icebreaker was an actual icebreaker, literally, because Rick from Idaho would not shut up. Well, I took that mint. I took his heart. Yeah, he drove down from Idaho by himself. He loves Kiss. He started he did the thing where anytime something happened, he would give me the fact.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you opened the door.
Oh, it was so great. Like the kind of man who has like, like a holder for his phone with the brown belt.
Yep.
And it was so wonderful. Like at one point, Gene Simmons with the tongue, which by the way, he does the tongue
a lot.
I was like, your tongue has to be tired. Because
as someone that owns a creature whose tongue is constantly out, you're like, I know tongues.
I know tongue upkeep. No, but like how I would cross my eyes, and when we would do meet and greets, people would be like, will you cross your eyes? And I'm like, guys, my eyes are tired. Yeah. He tongues the whole fucking time. Wow. It's crazy.
Maybe it might be that medically he can't get it back in his mouth.
At this point, he's Beans. A Beans. At this point, Gene
Beans.
Oh my God, Bean Simmons. That's who she should be for Halloween. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Add it to the list.
Holy smokes.
Add it to the list.
Wow. But anyway, he does a thing where he regurgitates a bunch of cow's blood.
Yep.
Like he's like bleeding everywhere, and Rick's telling me, he's like, oh no, he like drinks cow's blood and then has figured out how to like slowly vomit it. I mean, it is
what? Wait, he drinks it like leisurely?
I don't know.
Or he drinks it in preparation for this trick.
Oh no, like for the trick.
Oh,
okay. but he's been vomiting cow's blood for like 30 years.
No. I mean, so that man's gag reflex.
It's insane. And there are so many pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
Like it's been cold here lately.
Yeah.
I went in there within 3 seconds. I took off my coat and I was just in like a tank top bodysuit, no bra. I forgot to bring a strapless, and I was like, if there's one place you just let the titties flop, it's a Kiss show. But so it was such a great time, and Rick loved it. I was like, Rick, I'm taking pictures of you. Like, you need to, because he had a very real camera,
and he's not gonna take a selfie.
No, and so I got an amazing one of like Kiss blowing up behind him, and Rick just like smiling.
And then
I was like, Rick, can I take a pic with you? And he let me. I got a pic with Rick, and then he asked to take one with me, and so I just kind of felt like I helped Rick have a great Kiss concert.
You did.
I was like, oh, hey, Chip, I forgot.
Sorry, this was your Christmas present, but have you met Rick?
Have you met Rick? No, we had a great time. He had the best time. It was a super awesome show.
That does make me regret not forming any sort of connection with the woman that had the opera glasses.
Kicked in the face?
No, no, they had each other. They were fine. They were if anything, I gave them something to talk about, because it doesn't seem like they've been talking for a long time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was that kind of couple, but they seemed nice. They were, they were trying their best to enjoy it. But it makes me regret that we didn't try to talk to the woman with the opera glasses at the Britney Spears concert.
Yeah, a woman who sat beside us at the Britney Spears show in Vegas, who just watched the whole thing silently like a statue with opera glasses.
She was
at fucking Madame Butterfly.
She would move herself out to the aisle and then just
pull up those glasses, baby.
It was as if she was studying every move. It didn't seem like she was enjoying herself, and it didn't seem like she wasn't enjoying herself. It was a hard read.
And one more thing about the Kiss show, which I realize I love, is I love when shows end in confetti. Mm-hmm. There was so much confetti. Yeah. I've seen some confetti rains. This was like a confetti tsunami. It kept going to I Want to Rock and Roll All Night, Party Every Day.
That's great.
And it just kept going, which made me just feel bad for all the employees.
That's my first thought. This is how you know that we're in our 30s. My first thought is that cleanup is going to be a mess.
Think about it. If you worked at the arena, because it was actually the reason why they didn't have liquor, it was an arena, like the sports arena on a college campus. It was at San Diego State University. But so it was all college kids working there. And I tried to talk the concession stand girl, and I was like, what's the coolest show you've ever seen here? What a great gig. You get to, she was the floor level concession stand where you could see the stage. She was in college, so she didn't have a personality yet. So she was like, I don't know. I was like, very cool.
You're going to get this question a lot.
You got
Maybe
a very
have
cool
an answer for
it. But if you switch shifts with someone and they got like Bob Seger, who is just like me with a guitar, him with a guitar, or like Dylan, and then you switch and you get Kiss.
Oh my God.
And it's just fake blood and confetti everywhere. Like there were full fireworks happening.
That seems hilarious and dangerous and wonderful all at once.
But so the next day we got up and we took the train down there, which
it's beautiful. I love it.
It's so great not having to be in traffic and just chilling.
We did it for Comic-Con last year, and it's Wi-Fi on the train, beautiful views, you can drink, eat.
It's the best. So we were there, but we had one of those like train conductor like one of the announcers. I doubt she was the actual conductor, like in striped overalls. But she was one of those no nonsense announcement people.
I love that.
That like every stop she would be like, if you are need more time to get on or off the train, we will leave you. But at one point she was, telling everyone, I don't know, all the basic rules. And then randomly she just goes, one more reminder, you are not allowed to flat iron your hair on this train. Like she literally goes, there are outlets in the bathroom. If you bring a hair curler or flat iron, you are not allowed to flat iron your hair on this train. I was like, well, there's a story we don't know about.
I mean, I feel like her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend is on that train, and she's just flat iron.
She's like, I want that shit frizzy. But she was also like, don't save seats. Don't put your bag up there. Don't pretend to be asleep as new people come on. Guys, we've seen everything.
Wow.
And I was like, they have.
They really have. I appreciate that.
It kills me. So then we sat there and we had a nice train ride up, but there was the woman a few rows from us who had, the two seats that face each other. So they had like a little like four pack family unit. And she talked the entire 3 hours, but for an hour and 10 minutes of it, all she did was explain game show rules to her friends. She like
were these her friends?
These were her friends.
Okay.
Yeah, because they also talk shit about some people.
Oh, fun.
But like she explained how Deal or No Deal works for 20 minutes. She was like, you want a lower number. You want a lower number in the suitcase. And that Howie Mandel.
Was this provoked conversation?
No, I think I think this is just one of her cycles. So they just kind of sat like they know how Jeopardy works.
Yeah.
Like that's just the, cultural zeitgeist.
They let Linda do her thing, which is over-explain things that no one wants to know.
It was really great people watching, people listening. Chip immediately put on earphones and was like, fuck this. But then the one other thing I heard is that there was this guy, this family man a few rows behind me who was sitting next to a female stranger who like there was just enough level of flirtation.
Yeah.
But like they both mentioned their spouses. You know what I mean? But at one point he just goes, oh shit. I was like, oh, fuck
here we
go. What's going on? Did he just find out how Deal or No Deal works? And he goes, my wife texted me that she was really tired. And so I texted her back, I'm fried. And then he fell asleep for 20 minutes and woke up and realized it had autocorrected to I'm fired.
So for 20
minutes, his wife was freaking out that her husband got laid off.
My God. And he wasn't responding. And she's like, he went to go kill himself.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Horrifying.
I love that.
That is actually horrifying.
I do have.
Oh, I also have quotes that I heard in Vegas.
Let's hear some quotes before I tell you the other fun thing I did this week.
So this is just random because Vegas is just a gosh dang stew of very strange conversations.
It puts the ew in stew.
It's got weird conversations that are completely unpredictable, and I don't know what the context to a lot of these were, but these are just some of the choice overheard quotes this weekend. The first one is, this stitch hasn't dissolved yet. I don't know how it got there or why it got left behind from the other stitches.
Well, they have the disposable stitches.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not disposable, the biodegradable.
Yeah, the ones that dissolve.
Yeah.
And this,
beans his mouth.
It was a guy explaining to his group of guy friends that this is the last one that hasn't dissolved yet. And I don't know.
That is so gross.
I know. Also, we were leaving the buffet and going back to the hotel before like going to the show that night. And this couple comes out hot from this hotel, like mid-fight.
Yeah.
Like clearly tunnel vision on each other. And because they're yelling and it's loud and they're just getting mad at each other. And she's going, I can't believe you did that. You never listened to me, blah, blah, blah.
No.
And we're just like, both of us just immediately went silent because we were like, I want to hear this. I want to hear more. And then she ends up and we're like, oh no, this is a bad deal. And then she goes, this is the third time I've cried on my birthday.
No.
Today. And so it's the third time that she had been crying that day. It was 12:30 p.m.
Oh, no.
Not
Do you
late.
think her birthday was the day before and they partied all night and she thought it was the same day?
Perhaps. We didn't
investigate
them. Yeah. Didn't turn around to try and get ourselves involved in that. And then another choice quote was, is lesbian Tinder the same as regular Tinder?
Ooh, I like that
No,
one.
that's one I wish that I had gotten more involved in. But yeah, those are just some choice overheard things this weekend. Also,
the Stitch one was pretty gross.
it's pretty gross. But also, I walked by this family. I went out early in the morning to like go get shampoo and conditioner, like toiletries I had left behind. And,
yeah, because when you randomly are going to Vegas, you're not packing
You
tiny
assume-
bottles.
yeah.
You're just getting there.
you get them when you get there. And I saw this family that I was like, oh, this is sad. It was this husband and wife, and then they had a little boy that was probably like 6 or 7 years old. And the husband and wife were just trying to make heart hands around their little boy, but they had a camera on a tripod that was self-timering them in front of a fountain, and the little boy's just standing in the middle, and they're doing giant full body heart hands, but no one's smiling in the photo. One of them was smiling.
Were they Eastern European?
No. No, they were not.
Did you offer to take it for them so they could have
I-
stopped with that self-timer bullshit?
I had a moment of which I thought maybe I would help them out, but they had a full setup. They were like in the middle of it. Like they knew their angles. They had a system down that I didn't want to disrupt.
They've got a scrapbook.
Yeah.
That's all that pose.
That's just them across
From
the world.
He's going to be still stone-faced when they do that at his graduation, cap and gown, when he's too tall to be in the heart and has to like scrunch down.
It was great. It was a delightful little vignette to see very briefly as I walked back to my pyramid hotel.
I'm always curious about people who do Vegas as a family destination.
Same. It had never come up in my family as a spot that we should all visit together.
Like, I understand there's a lot of shows, there's water parks, like there are things for kids to do, but
Right.
you're still walking through a dirty ass casino to get to your room.
Yeah, you're getting guys snapping postcards of high-end escorts at you as
Yes.
you walk down the street. So your kids are seeing some things.
They're seeing some stuff.
So what else did you do?
Well, last Tuesday, oh yeah, because we recorded, I believe, on Tuesday, and
Yeah.
that night I was going to Yacht Rock Burlesque.
That's right. And you said it could go really great or really terrible.
So we went, it was at this place called the Rockwell, which you've been before. You've seen
Yeah.
like some musicals. And at first we were really nervous because it only got about like half full. But when we got there, it was like us with 3 tables.
Oh, no.
Which you don't want when it's people being sexy.
Yeah, because then now you have a job to like pretend that you're really enjoying
Yes.
it because there's no one else there to
You
take
don't have
it.
the anonymity. And
Yeah.
also, I can't control my face. So I will launch just like,
that
if
is
it's not
true.
going well.
Yeah.
No, nothing really crazy happened. There were a couple great numbers. Like this one girl came out and did Hall & Oates Private Eyes. And she had like googly eyes on her hands and then on the gloves and took those off. Then she had like googly eye pasties. She had googly eyes on her butt and then did this little like, when football players like run in place, like that on her butt. So the googly eyes were going nuts.
So the googly eyes look like gritty.
Yeah, exactly. She had gritty ass. It was hosted by this guy who was dressed as a captain who, when he first came out and he kind of like worked the room and like he was like giving out fake mustaches. And I was like, he doesn't need one with my boyfriend. But he kept talking about like he's drinking like rum with double pineapple and like named it something. But he clearly got too wasted during the show and like just couldn't keep up. Or like, you know what I mean? Like
We've experienced that.
I saw ourselves in him.
Oh, no.
And he was just too drunk hosting.
Oh, no.
But my biggest thing was a lot of it wasn't yacht rock.
What was it?
Well, it was just like 80s music or something. Like someone did like Lionel Richie Hello. That's not yacht rock.
Yeah, so that's misadvertised.
Well, yacht rock is like a very specific genre. And it's not just like cheesy 80s and
Right.
70s music. And so I had 3 lemon drop martinis and was just like, that's not yacht rock. Like I just turned into like the grizzled music critic who was like pissed because it was clearly girls being asked to do the show who already had a routine to something in the 80s.
Oh, and they're like, that's close enough.
Yeah, like the girl who did the Lionel Richie Hello, it was great. Like her whole setup was she's coming home. She ate like a whole Cinnabon on stage. She wanted to masturbate and someone keeps calling and being like, hello. And she's like, quit fucking calling me, dude.
That's very
and hang
funny.
up. But at the very end, she goes to sit down. I don't know if you've seen the music video.
No.
The music video is Lionel Richie in love with a blind girl.
Oh, wait. I've seen bits and pieces of it.
And then the blind girl is like an artist and she sculpts his face. But when they
okay.
reveal it at the end, it looks like Cro-Magnon man Lionel Richie. So at the very end of her performance, as she's telling this person to quit calling, she goes to crafts and does it and turns it around and it's a replica of the one from the music video.
Oh.
she didn't just make that for that show. You know, I was like, she had this performance and now she's kind of wedging it into yacht rock.
Yep.
But it was a good time. And one of the people from the troupe came up after and knew who I was and was excited that we were there. But I will say, despite them, and if you're listening, person who came up, doing shit that was not yacht rock. They are doing a wrestling themed one in April. So it's called oh shit. You know, there's faces and heels, like good guys and bad guys.
Yeah.
It's called Faces in Heels.
Oh, okay. Well,
anyway, and I just gave them a promo. So, well, you're welcome. But so anyway, it was a good time, but it was definitely one of those, it wasn't sexy at all.
Right.
Which
it
was
like
fine.
It's like silly.
But there was a couple, a real life couple who did the Pina Colada song. So, you know, the actual, if you listen to the lyrics of if you like pina coladas, it's about a guy who's bored of his wife. Sort of like, I was tired of my lady is the first. So he goes to the want ads. He sees this want ad that's like, if you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga, all that stuff. And they decide to meet. And when he gets there, it's his wife. She was bored of him too. And then they're like, we were both going to cheat on each other. Turns out there's shit about you I didn't know. Anyway, long story short.
It's like a fucked up, what is it? Not the Midas touch. What's the thing where she's like cuts her hair to buy him a watch and he sells his watch to give the girl a hairpin?
Was this a local Jersey story?
Could have been.
Like in the news?
Could have been.
Oh, I don't know this one.
No, it's like an old folklore thing of like how they really loved each other and they got rid of their most prized possession to get the other one something for themselves. But this is like the fucked up version of it.
This is the fucked up version of it. Which I always wondered during that song because they're like, it was my old girl. And I'm like, I wouldn't let it go that quickly. This would be a big fight. I'd be like, wait, you were looking at the want ads? And he'd be like, you put out, like, what do you do?
Wow.
Does it one cancel the other out?
I don't know. Yeah. What kind of conversation do you have after that? Like, yikes. Yeah. Oopsies.
Let's forget.
Let's all pretend this didn't happen.
Or pretend we're strangers right now. But there was a real life couple who did it. And it was very cute.
As their bit, like they've been doing this together? Okay.
So they did the burlesque of it together. But it was one of those things where you're watching a real couple kind of strip down on stage.
Nope.
And you go, if it was still on the air, this would be a couple on Real Sex.
Yeah.
Remember
this is too voyeuristic. Yeah. It was
like the first thing I saw. Like, it was my first porn and it was like real people. And it was like, ugh. Is that what adult sex looks like? No thanks.
Awkward, uncomfortable. Don't like it.
I want fake plastic people.
I know. I want to see some sort of very confusing tattoo in
Pat
an area.
And Jean, like doing tantric sex to Tibetan bowls.
No, veto, and that's why it's not on there anymore.
So anyway, it was a good time. We had a great time.
That sounds very fun and slightly uncomfortable.
Did you watch the Grammys?
I did not. I have not watched the Grammys. I was too busy drying my jeans in a Vegas airport.
Okay, makes sense. I didn't watch it either. I checked in a couple times. I love her. I can't watch another Gaga acceptance speech.
Oh.
She's just winning everything, and I just can't. But my girl Casey Musgraves won Album of the Year.
Really?
She won fucking Album of the Year.
I'm sleeping on Casey Musgraves.
You are.
I know.
I wish I was. I have a total crush on her. But I got tickets to go see her the day we get to Austin.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sure the mics can't pick it up, but it sounds like we're being attacked by helicopters right now.
Yeah, there's a swarm. I think they're keeping us safe, but
who knows?
In case that picked up in some way, shape, or form on this, yeah.
Oh, but what I was going to say about the Grammys is Cardi B won a lot, who I love.
Yeah.
Have you seen the remix this Girl Scout did?
No.
Okay, you know the Cardi B song, Money?
Yeah.
She did a remix that's about selling cookies. That's amazing. She's like, I got girls in my troop. What? Cookies to the roof.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
And she raps it incredibly.
That's so cute.
Yeah, and Cardi B like retweeted it. So I was just like, that's so cute. I didn't have Girl Scouts.
No,
in my town.
No, I didn't have my older brother was in Boy Scouts for half a second, but the idea of being in Girl Scouts was never even presented to me in any way, shape, or form.
I don't think I think they might have had brownies, which was like the younger Girl Scouts, and then you graduate to Girl Scout. But we didn't even have a troop. Like, I didn't have an option.
No, I think we had it. I think I was just like, my parents were divorced, so I wasn't consistently in town. So it was one of those activities that I, by default, couldn't sign up for.
No, I always wanted to because Troop Beverly Hills was my favorite movie.
That's right.
And I never got to act it out, which is why, since I couldn't sell cookies, I was going door to door selling just food out of my mom's kitchen, which we've talked about before. My neighbor narked me out when I sold her a plum. She called my mom.
You have always been an entrepreneur.
Always. I was selling hand-drawn birthday cards and my mom's produce.
I mean, that's pretty creative.
It is, but it's clearly because I couldn't sell those tag-alongs.
Oh, gosh. I mean, yeah, now I want Girl Scout cookies.
Motherfucker, there was a table outside of my dance studio, which is a classic True Beverly Hills move to get outside of a female workout place. It's messed up.
Treat yourself. Treat yourself, ladies. Can you see yourself in us? Bright-eyed, shining like little girls with optimism in their eyes.
Oh, my goodness.
Wowie, wow. Well, we've had some weeks.
We have. This was a strong week. I've got other notes, but I'm going to save them.
Oh, yeah, save them. We're also, there's a chance that we might be talking to wrestlers very soon.
Yes, we guys. Wow. Okay.
It's not fully confirmed.
Hold on.
But
here's the full update.
Yeah.
Because I think first we need to talk about next month. We are at South by Southwest.
Yes.
We are going to be doing our podcast live with Patreon. Patreon is having a house there.
Yeah.
We don't have the exact date and time. We'll get you all that info, but we are going to be there and we are so gosh darn excited.
If you guys are down there, let us know. And obviously look at our socials and our Patreon page because we'll update when we know all the specifics about the live show.
And then after that, we are going to do a show in Brooklyn during WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Woo!
I think it's Friday, April 5th at the Bell House.
Oh, is it Friday or Thursday?
I thought...
You know what? Go to bellhousenyc.com. We don't know if it's up there yet. We'll get you more specifics and of course follow our socials to see all that. But yeah, we're so pumped.
I'm so excited. One, I love Bell House as a venue. It's super cool and really close to where Mamrie and I first met each other in Brooklyn. So there's nostalgic moments there. And also we're going to be at WrestleMania that weekend. So it's just going to be a lot. If I don't die after that weekend, I don't know how my body's thriving.
I might put you on like a kid leash.
Get me a truly get me one of those scooters that director got you.
Oh yeah, you need a rascal.
Give me a rascal.
I'm so excited, and as always, guys, our Patreon starts at $5 a month,
and it's killing it right now. You guys are over there hanging out, being cool as heck, and like really fostering this community that we can't even keep up with.
Totally, it is so much fun. There are all different kinds of fun levels, but really, the baseline starts at $5, and our additional pictures and things from this podcast are on there. It kind of has become our Tumblr of 2019, and so go check it out. It's a good time. Give it a shot. Why not?
Patreon.com/this might get weird.
Yeah,
and
we did, baby.
We did it.
Fucking did.
It did.